TitleMatchNetwork.com.
Now, from Bill Watts' territory, you wound up in Texas. What made you decide to leave Mid-South territory to go down to World Class?
Well, during that time, that's the way we would do when, I didn't want to just burn myself out in one territory. And it's up to the promoters, too. After I stayed there a year and a half, good there, he didn't want to burn me out, Bill Watts, so he sent me to Texas.
Right.
And they would always let you know in advance. That's what they, we would do back then. They would let you know in advance where you're going and how you're going to be treated and the program you're going to be working. And so that's the reason for me going to Texas. And I done real good in Texas too, but not as good as I did with Bill Watts.
What did you think of Fritz von Erich as a promoter?
I didn't see a lot of Fritz during my year and a half down there. I saw him once in a while with Kenny Mantell, who was the booker then.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, that's who I saw most of the time, so I didn't know that much about Fritz.
Now, when you got down there, were the von Erichs already out of control?
Yeah. Yeah.
Any crazy stories that stick out in your mind?
I remember once Kevin was he had one of the guys down, not me, but he had one of the guys down, and he was gonna kip up and give him that, how they dropped his leg. He hold his arm down, he gonna kip up and drop the knee on his leg, and he kipped up one time. He kipped up so high he just kept on over. And he got back to the dressing room. He told the guy, said, "I'm sorry, but when I got up so high, the wind blew me over." But they were good guys.
Who was your favorite von Erich to work with?
Kerry.
Kerry?
Before that was David, but after David, I worked with David just a short time before he passed on. But next to that was Kerry.
Didn't you have that big match in Reunion Arena? I think with all the blood and everything with David. I think that was right before he passed away, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Out of all the von Erichs, who do you think was the better worker, David, out of the bunch?
David, yeah.
Thoughts on working Terry Gordy?
Yeah, I worked with Terry a lot. We all started Terry a lot younger than I am, but he started, I think, a year or two before I did. And we had a lot of matches together, and we had fair matches, but we both were big guys, and some big guys, we just don't have good matches,
Right.
But Terry, Bam Bam Gordy, he was a good guy.
What was the lifestyle like on the road down in Texas for you?
The lifestyle, I never did see home, but I still enjoyed it. I didn't have a wife or family then. I enjoyed it because I was with Agbar in Texas too, and
right.
We was all good friends. And Friday, we just had a good time.
Who was Friday at that time?
That was Frank Dalton then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Working Bruiser Brody, what was that like?
Working with Bruiser Brody, you have to really turn it on to work with Brody and be ready for potatoes and everything. But he was good to work with, though. He was rugged, but he was good to work with, and we drew a lot of money together.
What are your thoughts on his murder down in Puerto Rico?
I was supposed to work with Bruiser Brody within 10 days, and I heard about it. I think that was real bad, and I've been back to Puerto Rico once since then, and I just have no interest in going over there.
When you went back, was it hard to work for that promoter?
Yes, it was, and I worked with the guy that killed him.
Right.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was weird, and I really didn't enjoy the match.
Right. I
really didn't.
Was that the match from the stadium they have on the video? He bled everywhere. Was that the one?
That's what
I
I
think so.
remember.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that match. It was long too.
Yeah, that's like one on their bloodiest match video.
Yeah.
They had that match on those.
Yeah.
Did you like it down there with all the blood and guts? That style down there?
No.
You didn't.
No, I didn't. I really didn't. What made me not like Puerto Rico is most time when you go over there, you don't get paid.
Right.
I mean, I didn't.
Right.
I mean, they pay you, but it's like not getting paid. The checks bounce.